Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 2669 of What's She Up To Now, documenting the journey, she in my she shed space for recording. We're talking about today financial advisors, financial help. When do you seek out financial help and advice and expertise? And who do you pick? How do you pick? Because we don't always pick the right person the first time, right? I learned that the hard way, but it was a great lesson learned. I'm glad I learned it early on in my career, in my life, in my 20s, my mid-20s, I learned this lesson. And I'm super duper grateful because it probably saved me a whole lot of heartache going forward and a whole lot of financial struggles going forward. So when do you know that you need to seek financial help or financial advice? Well, whenever you have a problem or a situation that's getting your attention or keeping you up at night, or you are looking to receive some kind of an inheritance, or you're getting divorced or married or having a job change or a family change or a career change, when you're struggling financially in any area or have any other financial problem, when you're living paycheck to paycheck, when you're facing or considering a large investment or a purchase of a home or sale of a home, anything that's out of your area of expertise and experience, we want to seek help for, right? I like the house one because it reminds me that the vast majority of people on this planet are going to hire a real estate agent when they want to buy or sell a house. Why? Because they need someone with that particular expertise. The same is true when we're looking for help or growth and improvement in our financial situation. There's lots of different types of financial advisors and financial experts, right? There's financial advisors, and and part of why I have this list of criteria to go through when it comes to looking at experts and help is we want to make the best choice for us. And so in order to do that, the first thing we need to do is we need to understand what's our situation. What are our needs? What do I need? Do I need somebody to help me get my habits in check and hold me accountable to managing my finances more wisely? Well, that's probably a coach, right? Or somebody like that that's going to hold me accountable and hold my feet to the fire when I don't do the things that I say I'm going to do. So how do we pick these advisors no matter what their area of expertise? Because we do want to look for people with specific areas of expertise. And keep in mind, you might just first look to the internet to do your own research, or to Amazon or Barnes and Noble to get a book on the specific questions that you have. And a lot of times, guess what? We are our own best financial advisors and financial coaches once we have the right level of education to make our decisions and our choices, right? So first thing we want to do when we're picking someone to advise us and help us or coach us is we have to know what we need, and then we have to find a person that matches those needs. But once we find a few to compare to and look at, we're going to look at their credentials and their qualifications. Do they have certifications and qualifications in the area that we need help with? Do they have a level of code of conduct that they're required to fire? Different levels of financial people have different levels of financial training and credentials and certifications and things. I didn't used to know that, but now I do because my nephew is one. Secondly, check their expertise and their track record. Make sure, just like when I tell people to hire a coach in any area or aspect of their life, has the person actually got experience and done the thing that you're trying to do? And some people will argue, usually people that don't have the actual credential and experience, and track record, that's not important. But in my experience, it has been very, very important. If somebody hasn't been there and done that, I don't want them telling me how to do it. If they haven't done it, I don't want them telling me how to do it, right? If you haven't done it, you haven't gone through the fire and walked on the hot coals to get the experience and gain the experience successfully yourself, and seeing where you might burn your feet along the way, I personally don't think that you ought to be offering, much less selling advice in that area. So I should probably take my own advice and not comment on posts on the internet, right? That I know nothing about. I'm just sharing my opinion. Thirdly, we want to look at the specialization. We're not going to hire a financial advisor if what we really need is a money manager, right? We're not going to hire a financial consultant for our business if we don't even have an accountant and we don't have our accounts in order yet, right? So we're looking for the right part of or type of specialization. I shared a crypto example because I know nothing about crypto. So if I decided that I wanted to invest in crypto, what am I going to do? I'm going to look for somebody that specializes in crypto and is an expert in that as somebody I interact with or hire to help me with it. I'm not going to pick somebody that does stocks and bonds or works for, one of the big financial investing firms because that wouldn't be exactly what I need. Now, these next two are the most important, and these are the ones I learned from experience. Communication style. Does the person communicate with you in a way that you can relate to? That they're the expert, so can they translate their wisdom and their knowledge and their expertise when you have questions in a way that you understand? And if the answer is no, look for someone else, because it's super frustrating. Or if they don't treat you the way you think you should be treated, which is kind of the next one, personal compatibility, look for someone else. If your first couple of meetings or impressions of them is not that there's a good fit, values, communication, work ethic, etc., find someone else. You need to find someone that's in alignment with your goals and objectives, honors your goals and objectives, and is willing to help you achieve those goals and objectives, whether they're a financial advisor, a money manager, a CFO for your company, or a personal financial coach for you. All of these criteria need to be met in a way that's right for you. I hope this makes sense. I would love to know your experience with financial help, financial advisors. Is there a great book that you would recommend for us to read on finances, both either personal or business, supersizing and growing your business? Share in the comments below so we can learn from one another. I think that's the value of community. All right, have an awesome day. If I can help you, you may ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow.